And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life. One last thing with Durant's foot. Foot injuries can be a scary thing in the NBA. Along with knees, those are the injuries you don't want to risk anything with.
One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level, and Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
5 on the clock. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Leonard with no one around. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
And the shot is good. And that's now 7 points for Kevin Durant.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And Leonard gets it to go. The Thunder leading by 3. It's Westbrook with the drive. Tim Duncan with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Leonard hits them both. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's the Thunder leading by just 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the small forward spot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Oklahoma City trailing.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning.
Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Durant with a screen on Ginobili. Outside Durant. Puts up a three. Shot is no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late. I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And the Western playoffs it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 8. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Westbrook. 14 points for Kevin Durant.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control. Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Both good from the line that time. For a long time in San Antonio, it's been about the big three, and rightfully so with all their wins, and Kawhi Leonard seems to be their future.
And Kawhi and the big three recognize that and are trying to ease the transition period. And if you know the Spurs, they'll make a smooth transition, won't they, Kevin?
Absolutely. The Thunder pull it in. Durant's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And guys, for Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs, Coach Popovich already sees him as the next guy. He told Leonard not to think of the big three, but to think of himself as the big one. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
And guys, with what Popovich said about Leonard, small things like that can be the catalyst to get a player to reach greatness. Sooner or later, this will be Kawhi's team.
Leonard with a screen on Westbrook. Ginobili attacking. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Tim Duncan. Outside Durant. Back to Westbrook. Fires for 3. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And it's 13 points for Russell Westbrook.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. .52 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Ginobili the best to Aldridge. And the basket good.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
They were shooting well early on. I like their spacing. I think they should get back to that.
And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting, his rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Ginobili kicks to Leonard. No good from outside. Here's Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook. Second half just about to get going here. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
We saw some good action from Durant. He has 23 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
On the floor for San Antonio, defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Ginobili in at the 1 spot. Leonard, no luck.
He thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Durant dishes to Westbrook. Shoots. Rebound San Antonio.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that Greg, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida. And he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder. Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Durant with the steal. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Ginobili. The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And both free throws good for Durant. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
Ginobili draws the double. To the paint. 5 to shoot. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's 10 points for Ginobili.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Westbrook with a wide open look. Good on the triple.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
That's an example there, guys, of contesting the shot and corralling the board. That's really all you can ask of a guy at that end of the floor.
Spurs trailed by 6. It's Ginobili with the drive. Good. Ginobili's got 7 now in this quarter.
And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledged that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
Shot's good by Durant.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Ginobili with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Leonard attacking. Another shot. Here's Duncan. Hits despite the tough D.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Outside Leonard. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game. 26 seconds left in the third. Leonard with a screen on Westbrook. Launches it. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Kawhi Leonard. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. For 3, Durant. Ginobili outside. From deep, Green. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Thunder lead by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Durant in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And there's the call on Durant. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And here's Westbrook. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, guys, Manu Ginobili's relationship with Greg Popovich has been really interesting over the years. In the beginning, Pop obviously had a rigid system. Ginobili played with a lot more freestyle and freewheeling nature. The 2 clashed heavily early on, as one might expect.
Getting back to Ginobili and Popovich, everyone thought Popovich would break Ginobili of his reckless ways, but in fact, you know this, it was the opposite.
Yeah, you know, Pop recognized he had something special in Ginobili, and it ended up changing his own philosophy, I mean, which I think speaks to the greatness of Greg Popovich. I mean, he was quoted as saying, you know, he does things, Ginobili, that win games. It taught me to watch a little bit more and not be so micromanagement-like, and not sure Pop's ever said that about anybody else.
And the shot is good. Ginobili's got 9 points now in just the second half. Lets it go from deep. Oh, he got hacked on the 3-pointer. He'll head to the line.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
Now here's Ginobili. And the rejection by Ibaka. The three from Leonard. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. It's Westbrook with the drive. And they'll keep possession. Back to Durant. Ginobili with the steal. And finished off by Leonard.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And Clark, you know, they went 25-27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Durant with a screen on Ginobili. There's the pick. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid. Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
And it's Leonard at the elbow. Taken away. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Pushing it up. Durant, the pass to Westbrook. This one for 3. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Kicks it out to Ginobili. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Ginobili's got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Now here's Ginobili. Inside, Aldridge. For 3, Ginobili can't hit. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Here's Ginobili. Passes it to Leonard. Back to Ginobili. Money!
Ginobili is out for buckets. You can see it in his eyes.
And here now the Thunder.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point, immediate.
16 seconds left in the game. Pass to Leonard. San Antonio calls timeout. The score is tied at 59. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Ginobili dishes to Leonard. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. For the win. Time expires and we're going to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one as we watch this one go now to overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for San Antonio, defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with Duncan. And it's Ginobili in at the point guard position.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Down low. And stolen by Aldridge.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off. And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
And it's Green missing.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
What a game it's been for Westbrook. 28 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
What a clutch performer. He loves being in these situations, just relishes the opportunity. A lot of guys say they do, but you can see it in his face. He truly does.
But they get it back. Leonard, no luck. The Thunder shoot well, 50% from the floor. Feeds it to Durant. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Durant's got 33.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Ginobili kicks to Duncan. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. And it's 6 points for Tim Duncan. And the Thunder with the possession here. They've led by as many as 11 points. Durant attacking. And he gets it to go. And the Thunder lead by 2.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. Ginobili kicks to Leonard. Ginobili sets a screen for Leonard. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Some hang time on that rim, puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Durant, the pass to Westbrook. Back to Durant. Ibaka. It's in!
Look out now. Ibaka has caught fire.
Ginobili against Westbrook. Leonard dishes to Ginobili. Connects! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch!
Now, here's Westbrook. It's Durant with the drive. It's off. Poked loose. And Adams kicks to Westbrook. The pass to Durant. Screened by Ibaka. Back to Durant. Over Duncan. The tagger. He drills the game winner.
All zeros on the clock as he drains the game winner.
And Greg, he knew it was good when it left his hand. He started celebrating as soon as it got off his fingertips.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for him in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber light on the gas tank didn't quite come on. They still had enough fuel to get across the finish line comfortably.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Justice League. Hey, boy, up on the land.